little recap, we're looking at the Hermione Chatler. She's considered a transitional ship, so meaning at first she had a couple masts, and then later was converted into steam power. She could hold 1,100 tons of cargo and still have room for 1 million board feet of lumber on deck. In her final route, she was heading from Ludington, Michigan to Duluth, Minnesota with a cargo of 1,100 tons of table salt. So all that salt dissolved right here in Lake Superior. Now you may go around to the local gift shops, you may see some t-shirts that say Lake Superior unsalted. You can tell them that's not entirely true. Alright, so we're going to be going over the bottom section of the ship first, and this is what most typical Lake Superior shipwrecks look like. Just kind of the bottom inner workings of the ship. Now the largest beam that runs down the center, this is called the keelson, and below it is that flatter piece of board called the keel. And these are the first two boards to be laid down when building a ship, and they're considered the backbone. Now the boards that run parallel along with the keelson, those are called the sister keelson, and those add extra support to the hull. The ones that run perpendicular, those are the ribs. You could say those add shape to the ship. Now amongst the debris here, you can pick out some railroad tracking. This ship had an interior railway system to move cargo and then coal to the boilers. So now we're coming to the engine deck. Here a 485 horsepower compound steam engine would have been mounted by those trundle nails. Now how you get those trundle nails in place is one person would hold it and another person would swing a really big hammer. I'll tell you what, I think I'd rather be swinging the hammer. Now as you can see, the engine is no longer here because divers blew it up in order to get at the very valuable brass ball bearings. And if you look closely at those trundle nails again, you'll see that they put the bolts back on the ends of the nails after blowing it up, which I always thought was kind of silly.
Or maybe they never took them off, they just shattered the cast iron explosives and never came off.
So this first edge we come across is the bottom edge. That's where it connects to what we just saw. You'll see how the ship kind of curves. This is called the turn of the bilge. The top edge here is the cargo deck, and this is where it steps up into the cabin area. And that big old wheel, that's the pulley wheel. That's used to raise and lower cargo and supplies on and off deck. And amongst the damage here, you'll see where the ribs kind of poke through. This is where the Coast Guard stuck dynamite in order to separate the parts of the ship. It did sit upright on the reef for a couple years, but it was deemed a navigational hazard and a bad omen to sailors. So circles are portholes, ovals are hawseye rings. The difference being you look through portholes and the dock lines and chains come through on hawseye rings. That raised piece of wood, a little higher than the rest, that's the rub rail. That's a sacrificial piece of wood to protect the boat from rubbing against the dock. Now we're over the bow, and you'll see that most of the damage has been done here because that's what hit the reef, but also the anchor swung out and then crashed back into it. There's that darn anchor. That is 8 feet long, 5 feet wide, and 2,500 pounds. Alright, so continue looking down because we're going to head over the reef. We're going to give you a view of what the Hetler and several other ships have hit.